Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the lacidoll-cordless-vacuum-cleaner. And what I want to do today is to show you around the vacuum and some of the features and benefits that it offers. Just before I start, I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up. What I do is I'll talk about household appliances. I do specialise in cordless vacuums like these, and there's normally a bit of tech in there as well. I thought I'd give this vacuum a go because I'm always interested when a new vacuum comes on the market. I must admit, it's not a brand I've heard of before. You can see that's Lacidoll. I'm sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. But as I say, I'm always interested when a new brand comes to the market because I've reviewed quite a few vacuums over the years. But as far as the main body of the vacuum, let's just separate this at the moment. So the vacuum itself, you're looking around, it's around 3 kilograms. I think it's around 3.2 kilograms to be precise. Of course, that's going to depend on the tools and accessories that you're using. As far as the runtime on the vacuum, you've got a maximum runtime of up to 30 minutes. We always say up to 30 minutes because it depends on the power setting that you're using. Also, it depends on the surface that you're vacuuming on. Clearly, if you're going to be vacuuming on, say, hard floors or tile floors, then you're going to get a much longer runtime than if you're vacuuming on, say, a carpeted area. As far as the on and off trigger, you've got the button in here. This kind of design, personally, I really like. Quite a few other brands have just gone with a trigger on the inside, so you pull it, but you have to keep your finger on it. Clearly what Lacidoll they've done a lot of research and discovered that people are not too keen on that kind of design. So the idea of pressing the button on and off like this is really a much better way to go. As I mentioned, you have got a maximum runtime of up to 30 minutes. I did mention that it depends on the power setting. You've got the adjustable button on the back here. So I really like that because all it is, you just put your finger over a sensor and then it will raise or reduce the power setting. I suppose it's really recommended to only use the maximum suction if you've got an area that really needs a good cleaning. If you're using it on, say, a carpeted area, and if you're using it on the maximum suction with the main floor head, then you get probably around 12 to 14 minutes. So compared to some other vacuums on the market, that's still not too bad. You have got a battery status indicator on the back here. So you can see that this battery at the moment is fully charged, and what will happen is as it goes down, then it will reduce the number of lights that are indicated. As far as the battery on this, it's just on the back here, and it can easily be taken off if you want to. So you just press the button down and then the battery comes off. I must say, personally, I always like it when a battery is removable. What it means is that in the future, if the battery ever started to deteriorate, or if you wanted a second battery, then you should just be able to purchase one and then put it on the vacuum straight away. There are quite a few cordless vacuums on the market where you can't replace the battery like on this one, and all it means is that when the battery goes, then it just means that the whole vacuum has to be binned, which isn't really ideal. As far as the bin capacity, so you're looking at around 500 millilitres. So again, for this model of this price, then that's quite a good bin capacity. It's something I always recommend to have a look at when you're looking at buying a cordless vacuum. Have a look at the bin capacity. There are quite a few on the market that are either 200 or 300 millilitres, or 0.2 or 0.3 of a litre. All you'll find is that you're going to be forever emptying the bin, which isn't ideal. When it comes to emptying the bin on this model, then all you need to do is just go over to a main bin, press the button on the front, and then all of the dirt will drop out. Just make sure you do that in, say, we're normally recommended a well-ventilated area. You have also got the ability to remove the whole bin, and all you need to do is just press the button on the top here, and then that comes off, so very easy. And once you've taken that off, then if you just twist that, then you've got the filter just on the inside here. So that is washable as well. What we always recommend whenever you, I suppose, buy a cordless vacuum or any vacuum cleaner, I always recommend just buying a spare filter to go with it. The main reason for that, when you go and wash the filter, then what it means is that the filter is out of action. I suppose the whole vacuum is out of action for around 24 hours. So at least if you buy a spare filter at the same time as a vacuum, then what you can do is you can actually pop this one on the side to dry properly once you've washed it, put the other one in, and it just means that the vacuum isn't out of action for any time. As far as the bin, so this can be cleaned on the inside here, and then all you need to do, once you've got the either replacement filter or you've got that one nice and clean, pop that in there, and then, oh, it's not that one yet, that just clips back into place, and then that just locates on there like that. So really good, nice, easy design. Clearly at some point, being a cordless vacuum, it will need to be recharged, and it comes with a really standard charger. So this is nice and easy to plug in. You just got that just plugs in like that. You have also got the ability, if you wanted to wall mount it. You do get a cheeky little wall bracket just here, and what happens here is that you've got the couple of screw holes in there, so just put that on the wall, and it does actually come, so Lacidoll have thought of this as well. You have got some of the raw plugs and a couple of screws, and then when the bracket's screwed on the wall, then the vacuum will just sit on there, and then it just sits on like that. So a really good, not a simple design, but yet very effective. So there are different ways that you can vacuum with the Lacidoll. Clearly, I suppose the main way is going to be using the main floor head. This is a really good design when it comes to maintaining the vacuum. So first of all, you've got the two types of brushes in here. You've got the red brushes, which are slightly stiffer bristles, and then you've got the soft blue brushes or bristles in here. And to take the brush out at the bottom, you've actually got a switch on the side. So if you pull the switch down like that, then that just comes out. So again, a very effective design, nice and simple, and then when you're ready to go, that just clips back into place. As I say, there are various ways that you can use the vacuum. That's the main floor head. You've actually got rubber wheels at the bottom here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a demonstration of it in a moment. But the reason I point out that it's got rubber wheels, if you've got, say, a wooden floor, not so much if you're in a house, but if you're in a flat or apartment, I suppose the people downstairs, what you don't want to be doing is making it noisy for them, because that can be a little bit annoying. But at least with the rubber wheels, it makes it a little bit quieter. You do get a couple of tools and accessories with it. So these are designed, so you've got a couple of options. You can either use the vacuum as a handheld like this. First one is this one. This is a crevice tool. That's ideal. So if you wanted to, say, get down the side of your sofa or down the side of your car seat, that's really the recommended one to use. And the next one to use, or the next tool that you get with it, is a dual purpose tool. So with this, I suppose it's a little more like a mini upholstery tool. And then if you click it up there, then you've got a stiff bristle brush. But depending on which one you want to go for, then you just clip the brush up or down. And again, that just slots in to the main body of the vacuum. You do also have the option, so if you wanted to put this on, so this is actually an extendable wand or lance, so that can extend like that, which is really good because not many manufacturers have that kind of option. And all that means is that you can actually clip any of the accessories into here, and then to release them you just press the button and then that will come out. And I suppose again the advantage of having an extendable tube like this is that when you vacuum in, it really depends on the height that you are. I suppose for some taller people you might want it slightly longer. If you're a little bit shorter, then you can adjust it in between. I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of the vacuum. I've just got some cereal that's on the floor here. It'll be a really good test because sometimes some vacuums will just push the cereal around. But what I will be doing is I will be showing you it in maximum suction mode as well. So let's have a go. I'm actually really impressed with that. As I mentioned, some vacuums just push the cereal around, so it's not that effective, but I was very impressed. Now the next test for the Lacidoll vacuum is some porridge oats. Again, sometimes these can be difficult to get up, so let's have a go. that's no problem at all. That's coped really well with it. Hopefully you could see, I forgot to mention this earlier, that at the front here you've got some LED lights. Just show you that. So if your thing is to vacuum in the dark, then this could be the vacuum for you. Or if you just vacuum in, say, under a bed or under a sofa, then that could be really useful. Now I've done a couple of tests as far as sucking up the cereal and then the porridge oats, and I must say, as I mentioned earlier, I'm actually really impressed with it. Something I haven't mentioned so far is this little device that comes with the Lacidoll vacuum cleaner. And this one is quite unique to, I suppose, within the market. What it does is this has the option to mop as well. So you can actually vacuum and mop at the same time. So on this kind of floor, this is a wooden floor that we've got here, then you can actually vacuum and then mop, which is actually a really good idea. It just saves having to do everything twice. You do get 2 of these. So you get a couple of these, the mops themselves, and as I just showed, all that happens is it just velcros onto the bottom there, sticks on like that. I'll just prove that you've got 2. That's the spare one. It is recommended as soon as you finish using that, then just take it out and then just give it a good wash. So the way this will work, this is actually a 220 milliliter water tank, and the idea is that you fill it up. So you've got a little rubber bung here, just fill it up with water. You can use a little bit of detergent if you want to, that is completely optional. So once you've got the water in there, then just secure that on top, just so that none of the water will come out. And the idea is that the water will actually drip through gradually, and it will keep the mop nice and moist. You have got the option on here, so you can open or shut it. So if there's a certain time that you didn't want the water to come out, I suppose when you've finished, then you just want to close it so none of the water will drip through. And the idea is that the main floor head just sits in there like that. And I suppose, as I mentioned earlier, you can vacuum and then mop. I've just got another demonstration here. I suppose the first one is the mopping function. So I suppose in theory what you can do, as mentioned earlier, that you can actually vacuum and mop at the same time. I'll just show you that in action. So hopefully you can see that here. It might not be too clear from the camera, but around this area, then it is wet at the moment because I've filled the tank with water. So I suppose in theory I've been vacuuming, then mopping. And personally I think that's a brilliant idea, just trying to do everything in one go. The other option is that it is actually a wet and dry vacuum as well. So if you do get a spillage on your floor, then you should be able to suck up the liquid as well. Let's give that a go. Just pour some of the water down there. And that's really good. That's got the liquid up into the container, and then all I need to do is just go and empty that out. As you can see, it is wet at the moment because I suppose what it's doing is it's mopping as well at the same time. If you're thinking of buying one of these vacuums, then I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I hope you've been impressed as I am with the lacidoll-cordless-vacuum-cleaner. I suppose there's really quite a lot to talk about. I suppose all I'd normally say is please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate that. Just give me a quick thumbs up and leave any comments below on the video. As I say, there's quite a lot to talk about, so hopefully I have covered everything that you wanted to know. If I haven't, then just pop it in the comments below and then I'll get back to you. Anyway, thanks for watching.